All right, now to the fun part. We're gonna go to our Art Deco, our Avangard type of look. All right. So from here, you're going to use anything high pigment, high color, high intensity. This was something that I forgot to show you that can help add as a base. Okay. Remember I was saying whenever you use a cream or liquid product, you will always top it or set it with a powder, okay? All eyeshadow, all makeup starts off as matte eyeshadow, okay? What is matte eyeshadow? Anything that has this powdery, non-glitter, just no glitter, no shimmer, just powder, matte finish, that is matte eyeshadow, okay? And then from there, they create these type of powders. This started off as an eyeshadow. They crushed it up, threw it in something like this, boom. Now you got some powder for your face, right? Foundation, same way. Started off as a pigmented eyeshadow, okay? So I'm just trying to give you the concept. The reason why I'm saying that is because you can use something like a lipstick that is like a cream product or a matte product as your base to do your avant-garde look, right? So say if you have a lipstick that's this color, right? And you wanted to add this on first to make your eyeshadows pop on your face, you can, right? So you see how I put that there? No particular rhyme or reason of why I put that there. I can go for this palette or I can go with this palette, either one. And I can take my finger. I feel like the finger works best, or you can use your beauty blender to get whatever color you would like to get out of there. Or you can use a dense eyeshadow brush. So that's a brush that is like, it's for powder, but it's really dense, as opposed to this one that's really fluffy. Fluffier brushes are better for blending. Denser brushes are better to keep the color in place, to stipple, right? So you can use your brush to stipple, such as like this. Okay, that's one way. You can use your finger, which is my favorite way, because the body heat is going to press it in there and you're going to cover more ground, especially if you're doing a face. Right? So you see the area that I put the lipstick down first is really popping, right? So, and then you see there's areas that I covered that I didn't put the lipstick down at first. You can do either one. It all depends on what you want, how much intensity you want, how much you want it to pop, right? See how I did that? Okay. So I just kind of I'm letting it go with the flow, right? So I have a darker purple here, right? I can go around the perimeters of that color. There's no rhyme or reason. And I can use this to kind of contour my face, instead of like the contour color that I used before. You can shade by rubbing. So I'm rubbing up. Or you can use your fluffier brush to shade by blending the colors in like this. So remember, fluffier brushes are to blend. Denser brushes are to stipple your color in place. You see how I'm stippling it? It's more of a harsh line. So if you're going for a harsh line, that's cool. And if you want to blend out the harsh lines, you'll use a powder brush, less dense brush. It's all up to you. Okay? It's all up to you. You can take any color you want. Go down the bridge of your nose with it. Because like I'm doing my face. I'm using the same colors or the same concept as doing my face. I'm just using more bold colors. You see, I didn't put any additional base other than my foundation because that foundation and that whole look already serves as a base. So you don't have to put down any primer or anything like that unless you want to, right? So if you have a lipstick that's that color, you can use that lipstick to put down that color first. I have another lipstick that's this color. Let's see how that looks. She's more pastel. Creamy. Okay. So I'll go ahead and blend her in. And we can use her as a base. So I'm using her as a concealer because she has the same consistency as a concealer. It's just that she's a pastel purple. The consistency is the same, right? So I think I have a color in here. It kind of gives you something like that. I think that pink could go over it real good. Let's do this pink. So that lipstick is giving that pink something to sit on top of, and it's going to help it pop. Clean my hands. I can use a stipple brush. Clean that off with my paper towel. And stipple that color on there. Oh, that was a different pink. So I'm using the same concept of highlighting my face, but just with bolder colors. So then I can contour my face with a darker color, because remember highlighting is highlighting with a light color. Contour is contouring with a dark color. So I'll use this color. Let's try this color here. Or this one here. Let's do this one. And we're going to use it to contour the same areas that I will contour with a color that's a couple shades darker than my skin. I'm stippling it. Now, we can use this brush to kind of blend the two in if we want. If we want. That's only if you want. Because when you're doing these art looks, you're literally going with the spirit. You're going with how you feel. Okay. You can still take it around the perimeters of my face a little bit. This is so much fun. And so we started that color in the middle of our nose, right? So I'm going to take a more flat head brush and clean that off because I have something else on it. You can use one that is larger, or you can use one that is smaller, depending on the area size that you are working with, okay? And I'm going to simply take that green color that I started with and press it into the area in which I would like to highlight. So I used the smaller one for the bridge of my nose, but I'm gonna go ahead and dip into the larger one. If I want to cover more space. That's still not giving me what I want. So you know what I'm about to do, right? Trusty finger. See how much space that covers? And that body heat melts it into your skin. See how that does? That body heat is melting it right into my skin. I didn't have to add any primer because the foundation that I already had down there is acting as a primer. See, I use a different technique on this side as I did this side. It's all up to whatever you want to do. Remember, I put the lipstick underneath this one and no lipstick underneath this one. I went into this color next, this bluish green. And I'm going to use it to cover in those sparse spaces to hopefully have these blend in together. I like the way this is turning out. I can take this blue color I'm mixing these two blue colors because I feel like one of them is giving me more payoff than the other. I'm doing a little patting and rubbing. Now you see the color in the middle is more of a shimmer color as opposed to I'm using more of a matte around the perimeters because it's still acting as a contour. Contour color should always be matte if that's what you're going for. If you're going for a contour, in this case, I seem to be going for a contour around the perimeters because it's like I'm still doing my face in the regular fashion. We're just using more loud colors. But the same concept that I taught you earlier. I think this yellow will be good around my eyes. This yellow isn't paying off as good, is it? Oh, there we go. I gotta press. I was rubbing. Pressing gives you more of concentrated color. See how it does when I concentrate that color, almost like a tattoo. And boom. You can go as far as you want to with these looks. This is just me giving you an example of when you're doing avant-garde, you should just let go. Just let go, you know, and let the colors take you where you want the story to go. It's about letting go all of your fears and just being, right? So this is why I like the avant-garde look, because there's a million ways I can take this. I can take my fluffy brush and continue to blend in areas if I want to, right? If I don't want them as harsh, just a fluffy brush. So I'm blending in areas. It's all up to how you feel. So that's it. Have fun with it. No rhyme or reason. And please, 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 send me a picture of whenever you do yours. I want to see how it comes out. All right? Mwah!